had some lists from the past, and I mean, I talked to somebody says, "Oh, okay, let me talk to my wife," and just as usual, a lot of tenants, a lot of um, a lot of just keep ringing, no answer. So, but I really want to try this your method. I haven't given it a try yet completely, but I'm going to try starting this afternoon. Hopefully, this will be more effective.
The cold calling method.
Yeah, your method going through the what you were preaching, teaching.
Yeah, it works better. But everybody's different. Like you have Danny Pest, he loves the door knocking. I've never been successful, but I've never really tried the door knock.
Yeah.
Well, and that's actually a lie. I actually tried it when I was a kid. I was like 18 years old selling vacuums,
Oh wow.
Kirby. It wasn't for me. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually dyslexic. I don't know how to, when I was younger, I couldn't read my words. I would get confused and write it differently. Like that's why sometimes I even struggle. Like I have to like really focus, or else I twist my words.
Oh wow. I
So,
haven't.
but yeah, I've never really tried it with solar. Um, but this is what works for us. But there's different methods that can work. Like again, Danny Pass, he loves the door knocking. I rather do the cold calling. I think it's easier. And there's others that do, you know, online marketing, but to me, it doesn't make sense because you're putting so much money up front that you're losing money before you even make money. With cold calling, you can pay $100 and get like 10,000 contacts. Makes sense to me.
That is true. Yeah, that's true.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start. What I want to do today, kind of want to break down. I'm gonna go as fast as possible, and I'm gonna break down how we present a proposal, and then I'll ask you guys questions at the end. So the first thing we do is we customize a proposal for any sales rep. So as you can see, this is pictures of me, right? So let me start back. Um, is that how did I learn to do this? Is by using the three tens, and the three tens is the customer has to trust you as a person, they have to trust the product, and they have to trust the company. So if you get those three things that they really trust and they're gonna want to do this no matter what. That's for every product. And the tens is called three tens because it scales it from 0 to 10. So the closer it is to a 10, the more likely they're not going to give you any sort of objection. So what we developed here is for any of our sales reps, we customize. We ask them, hey, give us some pictures. We're going to do this. Give us your social media. Put it on here. Because the social media, it has to be your ID. Without that, they're not going to trust you, especially if you're doing it virtually. They're just not going to trust you. But if they see your social media, they're going to trust you more. Maybe you're posting pictures of your dogs and you can add your dogs here. As you can see, mine, I have myself here. I have myself a surgery tech with Sunrun, baseball coach, solar. And then you create a story however you want. Hey, this is what I was. My parents were immigrants. I was a surgery tech for 12 years. I worked for Sunrun for 3 months. Now I do baseball. I love to coach baseball, youth baseball, and I love helping homeowners. It's that simple. You don't have to take my word for it. Here, go to my social media. Let's do it together. You can even share your social media if you're doing it virtually. Now we have to sell the product. We got to sell solar, but you got to build pain, right? So in California, if you go to the California state license, or I'm sorry, the CPUC, the utility website, you can actually see in their articles that they're doing solar farms. So you can use something that we use and say, hey, were you aware on what your utility company is doing? They're going to just say yes or no. If they don't want to feel stupid, they're going to say yes. Yeah, I know where. Oh, okay. So you know that they're building all these solar farms. So no matter what, you're going to go solar, right? What do you mean I'm going to go solar? Yeah, your home is getting powered by solar. Did you know that? No. What about in the last 5 years? Did you know that they increased it by 50%? Did you know that your utility company has increased it by 50%? You can use another method, guys, using ChatGPT, which we've closed deals using ChatGPT. Share the link to them and they can read it and continue it. And you can actually see the research they're doing from your ChatGPT. So you got to build pain. Now you got to separate yourself from the competition, right? So this is where, did you know that there's 3 different types of solar systems? No, I did not. Oh yeah, we got a string inverter, we got an optimizer, and we got a micro inverter. Whatever you want to sell, personally, I like to sell micro inverters. So whatever you want to sell, you can sell. But when we sell micro inverters, this is what we say. This is the way it works. Once we explain the string and optimizer, what do you prefer? Plugging in your Christmas lights, and when you plug in your Christmas lights, and if you unplug it, what would happen to your Christmas lights? They'll answer it themselves. They'll say it turns off. Exactly. That's how solar works. When you're using string or optimizers, the optimizer connects it to 4 panels. So if one of those panels goes off, those 3 other panels go off too. Which one sounds better, a microinverter or optimizer? They're going to say microinverter. Now you sold yourself versus the competition. Now you look like an expert. All right. This is the best part. Now you're going to sell the company. Take a snap a picture, and you can. I'm going to give you guys access to this. 4.5 rating out of 57 reviews. It's going to be an easy sell. The only objection you should get, and it's not a real objection, it is too good to be true. That is the only thing you guys should be getting. They can review it, they can Google it, but you already took a picture, so you're showing it to them. Hey, look, I have a customer here named Rocio. Her bill is negative $49 every year. $49. If somebody showed you proof of her bill being negative, they're probably gonna think, he's lying. Oh, you probably think I'm lying. Actually, you can even see the person's name right here. What about this text right here? For Mickey. Negative $710, sir. Hey, don't take my word for it. This is in Phoenix, Arizona. This person's bill is negative $50 after going solar. But don't believe him. This person in Nevada, or I think this is Phoenix as well, this guy got a check of $1,300 for going solar. This guy, his bill per year is negative $180. So what would you rather pay? This is where you ask them this question. Let's say their bill's $300. Would you rather pay $300 or negative $300? That's it. What do you think the answer is gonna be? This. And this is where you're gonna ask them, let's move forward. All right, it sounds like you want it, let's move forward. You're gonna get an objection there no matter what. You're gonna get an objection, and the objections, it can be, it's too good to be true. I gotta talk to my wife. No matter what, it's your responsibility to learn those objections that we give you to overcome it. All right, I'm gonna make some rounds. Cyrus, do you have any questions?
A quick question. So I'm assuming you don't sell. We don't. So Tesla is out of the question, right? Tesla is a string inverter, so you don't sell Tesla, right?
It really depends what you want to sell, whatever the consumer wants. But I personally do like micro inverters, but it's just an example, right? You can still say a string inverter versus an optimizer? I think is Tesla using optimizers or string inverters right now?
Um, I think I've seen the optimizer added to the Tesla
So,
as an option.
yeah. So you would have to do
I didn't,
research.
to be honest, I didn't understand what the function of the optimizer was, but you're saying now it's three. I thought it was like either a string inverter or or a microinverter. But you're saying microinverter, string, and optimizer. So optimizer is a kind of like string inverter, right?
Yeah, yeah. Optimizer is very similar. The difference is it uses. Don't quote me on this because I can be wrong. But what I've learned is they use like four panels, and this I learned this from a guy from Tesla. You probably can't see that. Let me make it thicker. These are panels, and they connect it to one, and then it's one cord, and then they have another four here, and then it's connected there. That's how the optimizers work. That's how it was explained to me. It can be wrong. This was like 2 years ago when it was explained to me, and it could have changed. Unfortunately, I'm bad at keeping up with it, but I like micro inverters because to me it's easier to sell because of this explanation, right? The Christmas lighting
Yeah.
explanation just gives that person the aha moment. It does cost more, but eventually they end up going with us because they see us more as an expert
So you usually sell M phase, right? This is the M phase
in
mostly the
phase.
product, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're used to selling in phase. I've never sold really a Tesla Powerwall, but I know a lot of people that do.
Okay.
Rose. Any other questions before I move to George?
Yeah, one more. So this client was this person was saying, "Oh, you don't guarantee the tax credit. If I get tax credit," I said, "Well, nobody should guarantee it." Goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go somewhere else." I said, "Okay, well, I mean, good luck because nobody should guarantee that. You can't."
Yeah, I
I,
agree with you. You can't guarantee it.
I told him
Uh,
it's about 60% chance.
I would say so. You want me to lie? So
Would you percentage wise, would you say 60%, 50%?
they all yeah. I would say that. Like so you want to do business that somebody's going to lie to you.
Right,
That's really the only way they will get the aha moment because they're trying to get what they want, right? And most people they because they're consumers, the customer's always right. That's what they're thinking, and they get upset at you when you don't give them what they want. So if you just educate them, so you rather do business with a liar that's going to lie to you that's guaranteed.
right.
Boom. No. But what if I told you yes right now? Would you do it? Yeah. So you want me to lie. And then they're going to get that light bulb like,
But
oh no.
percentage wise, isn't it better to put it in a percentage wise?
Yeah.
It's
And then
still
they're
not.
going to go with you, in my opinion, because now, like, okay, this guy's not lying. He's not lying. He's not a liar.
But you're saying there's no way, but isn't it there's a possible, there's a good possibility still, right? It's like at least 30-40% chance, or no, zero, zero.
No, it's too late, man. What is it,
Oh,
September 22nd? There's no way. If you sign today, he's not gonna be able to get the 30% write-off.
okay,
The solar panels are so behind on installation and permitting. And then after October, we got November, December. The city only works like 3 weeks, right? The first 2 weeks in November, and then oh, the first week, give me a second. The first week of December. After that, they are off till like the second week of January. So
okay.
no, they're not going to be able to get it.
There's a possibility that whoever that's in charge or whatever may extend that. Is that possible? No?
Extend it? No, I doubt it, man.
Oh, I see.
I doubt that the incentive is gonna be extended.
Pisses off a lot of homeowners that sign up.
Does, has any petition ever been successful?
I don't know.
No.
No,
Anybody striking in the middle of the street, has that ever really been successful?
not really.
Yeah. I don't know why people do it.
Okay,
I would do the opposite.
I see.
Yeah. What about you, George?
Hey Ray, no questions, brother. Just observing. I shared one of my slicks with the price per watt, if it helps anybody.
One of the slips, you text us?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. All right, cool. Not a lot of people joined us today. Let me see if anybody. All right, no comments. All right, I guess that's it, guys. Pretty quick. I hope you guys learn from this. I hope you use this, Cyrus, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this PDF file in our learn, and you can download it and you can take off. Just make it personal. If you make it personal, dude, they'll buy from you.
Can you
Have you
do
guys ever
okay, it's good.
go ahead?
No, no, I was asking. I've been off and on with you guys, but again, I've been distracted doing some other work so I can pay my bills. But basically, there's no way. So this is almost finished, right? So if you have extra time, is it possible to just walk through this system that the cold calling system quick or not? All right, I do it on my own.
I probably would do that. So next week, we already did objection handling. More likely next week is how to get referrals. And then the following week, I like to go in a loop. So I'll start over in about 6 weeks. So in 2 weeks, it'll be the cold calling again.
Okay.